Hey guys, welcome back to another P3D video. We're back in the 777 once again. It's been a while. The last time I tried to fly it, the sim crashed. I'm not sure if it's due to the 777 or is it just the sim being stupid. So hopefully it's not due to the 777 because we're going to be flying with it today. As you can see, we are Qatar in its 777-300ER variant, and we're also at Qatar International Airport in Doha. Doha International Airport in Qatar, sorry, and we're going off to Heathrow. So, according to PFBX, the flight time for this flight will take 6 hours and 35 minutes. So that's a terrible chase plane view. Let's just go back to the front of the aircraft here. So let's just get a nice little static view here. So we've got the catering loading on board now, and after that we're going to get the passengers and baggage loaded up. So yeah, we're off to Heathrow today. Our departure runway is literally just that one over there. Or was it over here? Sorry, it's just this one here at, what's this runway called? It is 34 left. This runway. Going to be taking off and doing a departure. It's going to come to the right just a bit, and then move to the left, and we're going to go head up north, just northwest, and make our way to Heathrow. So like I said, 6.5 hour flight in the 777-300ER. Hopefully the flight does not crash or anything, because the last time we flew it, it did. So it's very unfortunate. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't do that. And one last thing before we get inside the cockpit. Some reason AI traffic doesn't work at this airport, that is. It's not the fact that auto traffic light stops working. It's the fact it's not working at this airport itself, which is really unusual. So we've got no air traffic at this airport, but once we get into Heathrow, we should have loads. So yeah, right. Catering's now finished. Let's go and close the doors. Weather and terrain on there, which is what I like all the time. Arm them up, and let's get the IRSs aligned up. Emergency exit lights armed. We do have power in the aircraft. Let's go and get the nav light on. And let's go and turn no smoking on. Let's go inside the AFS actions here. Get the fuel and payload set up. So total fuel is 70 tons. Kind of rounds up to 71,962 kilos. Yeah, it's pretty much 71 tons. So zero fuel weight as well is 234.9. So it's relatively heavy on payload there, but we've actually only got like 40. Pretty much half the fuel, so it's not going to be too much of a powerful takeoff today. So pausing it, we are at Doha International Airport, so OTHH is our reference airport. We are at gate Alpha 1, and we put our GPS position in like so. Go to the route, we go from OTHH off to Heathrow. We can put that in the company route, and takeoff runway, like I said, is 34 left, and flight number is Qatar, or actually I think it's Qatari, is what you say. So QTR 7. Activate, execute, and you can see the whole flight plan's in there. Depart and arrive, like I said, 34 left, and we are doing the Patum 1 Zulu, which is this one here. Execute, and we can now go back to the perf init page. So fuel weight can go in, and cost index, not sure, default on the 777's at 85, so I'm going to put that in. I'm going to start our cruise at 300. Step size is pretty much calculated by the aircraft automatically, which is lovely, and our final reserve is 3.4. So perf init's now set up. Thrust limit. That's when pretty much like I said, that's where we set up the engine speeds. Apparently we're going to be doing a D rate of 2 according to Top Gap, and what's that? 47 degrees. So got a very nice calm N1 for takeoff, 88.3% apparently. So 2G can go in, and doing flaps 5 takeoff. V speeds will come in once we've got the IRSs aligned. Takeoff weight is pretty much 305.5. I'm going to actually probably round up to 305.6. and we can do our winds, runway winds, slope. There's pretty much no slope at this airport. So it's 22 degrees currently, and it's 290 at 9 on the wind, like so. So that's all set up, and now we're just pretty much waiting for baggage to arrive and IRS to line up, which I normally skip the video, sorry. So I thought it said something different then. Not rude, but I thought it said something different. I'm going to skip the video, and once baggage is almost completed, passengers should be boarded on the aircraft and irises have aligned. So once that's completed, we're going to set up the MCP and get ourselves out of here as well. Alright, see you in a couple seconds. Goodbye. Welcome back. We are just finishing off the baggage here, and I think after cargo is just loading up its last one, and the forward cargo is doing 2 more, which is absolutely fine. I'm not sure if the passengers are done yet, but they should be boarded on by now. So let's go inside the cockpit. Well, that's very quick getting into the cockpit sort of view there. Right, AP can start up, and it's very loud in the cockpit in my headphones for some reason. So AP starting up, and like I said, we're going to set the NCP like so. So VORs, this one can go terrain and data, and I like to have this one on weather as well. So weather and terrain, that's all set up on the NCP there. That one's zoomed out slightly so I can see the terrain a bit further on. Actually, this FMC can go to the legs page there, and flight restrictions above. Yeah, okay, that's good. So irises have aligned, as you can see. So we actually have our V speeds, which is nice. So 181. And what is the runway heading at Doha? It is 336, like so. And we're going to start our cruise at 330. 300, sorry. Are we having any step climbs in our flight? We should. 320. Wait, I find this going straight to 320. Did I enter that in? No. I guess we're going to go straight to 320 then. I mean, nothing's stopping us. That's fine. The aircraft calculates itself. 320, 340, and that's it. Okay. So only 1 step climb. Well, technically 2, but it doesn't actually go to 300. And yeah, let's go back to our takeoff page. So boarding's now completed, so that means passengers have actually gone on the aircraft. Closing all the baggage doors, passenger doors, sorry, it's now armed. I'm just getting rid of the jetway now. You can see it just moving there, which is good. And APU is now running, which is lovely. So I think some power can go, and that's good. So we should have actually turned on the seatbelt signs once we got the fuel on board, but it's fine. Turning on now is perfectly normal. Well, not normal, but perfectly fine. So all the pumps can come on, the ones that need to be coming on. We do have some fuel in the centre, so those can go on, and good there. So let's go to the ground connections, disconnect that, parking brake is set, so wheel chocks now removed, and it goes to GSX to prepare for a pushback. And hopefully it finds out that we're going to do a pushback. And no, it's gone stupid on me. Okay, there we go. That's really weird. I had to reset GSX then, because I tried to request pushback, it wouldn't do anything, but now it works. Everything is fine. So let's wait to RTO. You normally set that now. We do actually have a checklist in the 777. I actually forgotten about it the whole time. So we should have done this before we set up the MCP, but we can do it now because there shouldn't be any failures. Flight instruments is all good. Oxygen is now tested. Before start, flight doors closed and locked. MCP set up. Takeoff speeds V1 of 175, ER of 180, and V2 sorry of 181. CD pre-flight checklist is complete. Trim is 00. Takeoff and taxi and takeoff briefing. Sorry, I was going to get out of this little area via the Whiskey 1 taxiway, and then we're going to go taxi onto Kilo, and then onto the Lima. Hold short, and then we should be on to 3-4 left. Lovely. Beacon light on, and checklist is complete. Engine page. Let's get back to the FS actions page. Parking brakes are released. Okay, well that's a start at wheel. What's it called? Obviously, timer can start, and let's go and get the hydraulics turned on. Waiting for the fault lights to turn off. There we go, and the rest of the hydraulics. Starting number 2. There it goes, starts to spool up. Did I say nose left? I hope I didn't. There's Whiskey 1 here, just taxiing out. Because nose left is not going to get us in a good position. Right, stay inside the cockpit, just make sure the engine start is perfect. I might have said nose left. Oh, hello. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that was very weird. GSX is now doing some stuff. Okay, let's just go and start the pushback here. So GSX is doing stuff where it, like, when I want to open up GSX, it like automatically clicks the first thing. Which is a bit stupid. Okay, right. Okay, that's, yeah, so that's that. Okay, engine number 1 is now starting up. Yeah, it was. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a look back in the footage there to see if I actually clicked nose left. But anyway, I shouldn't actually have stopped the pushback anyway. So right, I'm just gonna cut the video right now after the engines have started up and all spooled up nicely, and I'm gonna come back. And I'm just going to do a quick fix, and then we should all be good. Right. See you in a couple seconds. Okay, welcome back. Right. I may have slewed the aircraft a bit. Just hit the mic. Sorry. Yeah, just slewed the aircraft just a tad. Just a tad. So we can actually not actually hit any terminal buildings, and we can get out of here. So engines have started, APU can now come off, all of the generators are on, and that's all good. Packs are still off, they should turn on after the engine's been up and running for quite a while. We're allowed to get the lights on, and just before we get taxiing, let's do the, that's the checklist. Let's do the flight control check, which is that one there. Full left, full right, all the way down, all the way up. Actually, at the same time, I'm going to set the trim. And rudder to the right, rudder to the left, and trim's going to be 5.75, which is that. Auto brakes RTO. Let's go back to the checklist. Anti-ice is not needed. Recall was checked. So the TCAS, flight controls are checked. Ground equipment is clear. Whew, good for taxi. So release the parking brake. Bring in some engine power. Set flaps 5. Flat 5 is now setting. So TA only for the taxi. Once we get to the runway, we're going to go to TARA. But just for the taxi, just TA only. And I was right, I have my volume settings really high in my headphones. So I have to turn it down just a tad. There we go, that's fine now. Oh, it's a bit of an oversteer there. Right. So we're currently taxiing down Whiskey 1, like I said. And then we're going to make ourselves onto Kilo via Gulf. And well, the Gulf is just literally just a crossing. But yeah. Right, reduce the engine power because this is a 777, and I don't want to go full power on a taxiway. That's a bit stupid. So here is Lima. Oh no, it's not. This is not a taxiway, pretty much. Is it? I'm not sure. Doesn't say anything. Juliet, which is the one coming up now. But we want to go to good old Kilo, which is here, via Golf, as you can see. We could enter the runway at Lima 2. Could have set it up so we could have taken off Lima 2, but I didn't set up. What's it called? Topcat. Topcat does all the takeoff calculations, so how strong my engine should run. So 88.0 actually now on the N1 there for takeoff. So it can calculate all the winds and the weights and the flaps. Well, it doesn't calculate the winds. It uses the winds and flaps and the weight to calculate the engine speeds and for takeoff. Pretty much. I did not forget to set the QNH, which is 1011. I like so. And so this is Lima 1 here. We're going to taxi down to Lima. Yeah, so flaps is 5, and we can tick off the before takeoff checklist. Right, flight director's on. I'm going to get the LNAV activated, not the VNAV just yet, because we are still doing the takeoff. Like, after takeoff, we're going to go climbing pretty fast out of the airport, and then again activate the VNAV. Pretty much there's no air traffic around this airport, which is really annoying, like I said before. So all the lights can come on, and get there. And we can clear ourselves onto the runway and get ourselves going. So just nice line up. Checklist is all completed. All the cabin crews, all the cabin crews notified, and that's all good. And everything on the ECAS there is perfect. So let's bring up 50% the N1, starting the timer at the same time. Cabin's literally okay. Cabin just said ready there. Okay, I guess we can't go toga on the aircraft. Let's just have to click this button. Okay, maybe not. Let's do it manually then. How annoying. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. I think maybe that button on the side of the joystick there calculates automatically. Okay, I'll just move the joystick, sorry. Very sorry. Right, let's get back to the flights, shall we? Let's not mess about. In the 777, we're taking passengers to Heathrow. So, it's this nice long takeoff, as you can see actually. Taking out the whole runway. Quick take a look outside. Rotate. Don't want to get a tail strike, so about 5%. Get off the ground, and then we can bring in the nose very slowly. Pause the rate to climb, so we can bring the gear up. And now I line up with the Crosshair here, which is the flight director. And we're coming out of Doha. There it is in the background. And we're going to have to bring the nose to the left just a tad. The reason I want to climb fast is because of the city, and it can get pretty noisy. Transition altitude out of Doha is 13,000 feet. I think it's pretty much the same for all of the United Arab Emirates airports. I think 13,000 feet is a typical one to choose. Yeah, I'm not sure why I can't set the engine speed sometimes. It's pretty annoying. Right, let's go get the autopilot turned on and the VNAV as well. I must have to select VNAV in order to get the engine speeds to be automatic, actually. That must be the reason. I'll try that after the recording this video, which is going to be in like 7 hours time, so... Right. I'm actually using the spring PTA preset in Doha, so it doesn't actually look that hot right now, where we are, but it's meant to be scorching hot. It's quite early in the morning actually. It's actually 6:40, I think. 7:40. Yeah, 6:40 currently in Doha, and it's really bright. sun's up, everyone's woken up, which is nice. So all the flaps are coming up now, so we can actually bring up speed up for our departure. So we're going to make a little right turn here. Like I said, I did say we're going to make a right turn and then we go straight north. And then, yeah, literally just straight north. Actually, our top of climb there, just right next to that step climb, so we do actually reach 300. Like so. So legs page on both of the FMCs now. That's going to stay on FS actions. We could bring up the engine speed. Actually, let's go to the checklist, tick off that, and go to the engines, and like so. N2 is going crazy at 108%. And yeah. So once you reach the right turn, I'm going to go into this view. Do start off the cinematics, which will look amazing for this flight, I believe. Hopefully. And I'm going to get the passenger signs onto auto anyway. They shouldn't turn off this altitude. They should turn off about 20,000 feet. And I just saw some flickering. Maybe it's Active Sky reloading some stuff. But yeah. And now we can see AI is spawning. Did not forget to set that to TARI. Yeah, AI is now spawning, which is lovely. I don't know why it doesn't work at Doha. Just anyone else who's receiving that problem, please let me know. It'd be very kind to see if I'm not the only one who's receiving a problem at Doha where, well, pretty much there's no AI. And if you remember our last flight into Doha, we went into Doha from Istanbul, was it, I believe? Whenever I loaded in the airport behind us, yeah, like a massive lag spike. And like I said, it only happened in the night, which is really weird as well. So I can't wait until Taxi to get to release an update for Doha to work with P3D version 4. So let's go and turn off the lights. This is bright as ever. Everyone can see us. And so I hope you enjoyed our takeoff out of Doha today. I'll see you down in the descent into Heathrow. Sorry about the actual takeoff itself. On setting the engine power, I must need to activate VNAV to get it working. But yeah, so I'll see you in the descent down into Heathrow. We should be landing on 27 right, which is the estimate. This is a past-time flight, so I do know the weather that will happen once we reach Heathrow. So yeah, we should be 27 right approach. Actually parking up in Terminal 4. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the takeoff. See you in the descent. Enjoy the cinematics of this wonderful 777. It has been a while. Goodbye. guys, welcome back into the descent down into Heathrow. As you can see, there's many clouds. That's just typical England. Don't worry, that's absolutely fine. England, clouds, yeah, that's fine. As you can see, we've got the speed brakes out. We are doing a bit of a fast descent, kind of fast descent into Heathrow. I've made some directs on the approach to make a nice approach to Heathrow. So we're doing a bit of a faster descent. You can see actually in the bottom of the screen there, we can just about see some land poking through. So we'll be reaching land soon. And you might have seen in the cinematics that oh wow, yeah, you can see it's a really fast descent. I'm actually making it up now. So I'm going to release the speed brakes now. You can see in the cinematics the timer stopped. I have no idea what happened. The timer stopped and reset itself, which is really weird. I'm not sure why that happened, but if I remember correctly, that's like 6 hours and 10 minutes after takeoff, I think. So we're kind of ahead of schedule actually, which is really nice. It's going to zoom in on some of the NDs here. That is not actually standard pressure then. It's going to change the forecasting to 6,000 feet on the QNH there. I guess the NavRad page, make sure that's all set up correctly, which it is. Emirates flats 30 landing today as well. Let's make sure the seatbelt signs are turned on. So we're now back on the VNav. Come back to this view. It's all lovely. And oh my gosh, I love the cinematics right now. It's like a morning at in England. Nice morning England above the clouds. Actually looks good, but when you get below the clouds, a morning in England does not look good. Right. So yeah, actually we only got like 16 tons of fuel left on board as well. It's not a lot, but so we're actually, once we are landing, we're going to try and exit quite late in the runway actually, because we need to get to Terminal 4. And Terminal 4, actually let me show you because it'll be a lot easier for you to see. We're landing on 27 right here, and we can come off early, but we're going to taxi extra bit on Alpha and then come down to Terminal 4 down here. So what I'm going to do is set autobrake to 1, see if we can get out of Alpha 10E, so we can go into the Echo taxiway and literally go to Terminal 4 that way, which is a lot easier. Yeah, I'm really annoyed about that timer. So I think it's like 6 hours and 20 minutes actually. But yeah, that timer is very annoying. No idea why that's happened. That's the first time that's happened to me, which is very weird. So all the landing lights are now on. Just about to pass 10,000 feet. So set the VREF on here. Nice flats 30, 150 knots. We could come in here 150. That could be like a 155 approach, and then this would be like 170 here, and execute that in. And all the speed should automatically change everything, so that'll be good. Okay, that's nice. So we've got a nice steady descent now into Heathrow. London's not going to come in until quite a while actually. If you've seen our last stream, 2 weeks ago now, we landed in the south end, which is just behind the aircraft on the left wing there. Probably be about left wing, around there, probably by the tip of the wing. Probably be down there somewhere, south end. We flew into it, nice approach. That's like 2 weeks ago on the stream. So passenger signs are on, we've got all of the lights on, we're looking good. I did get rid of some of the altitude restrictions, so we got a nice descent. And from Lambourne actually, it's quite an interesting approach. Hit Lambourne, we go there's a waypoint here, it's quite messy. If I turn off the data, you can see a bit better. There's a waypoint there, so we actually, it's a bit of a weird turn into the ILS. The centre line there, but it should be fine. It shouldn't be too tricky. Should all be good. So speed's actually like lowering down. The aircraft's doing the speeds automatically, so it should be good. So like I said, auto brake 1. For some reason the throttle's on hold, but it shouldn't be. Is there a way to get the throttles not to do that? Probably like on the menu PMDG settings and the option simulation, and it's probably somewhere here where auto throttle flare idle override. I don't know. Actually, yes, I do want that on actually. Yeah, auto throttle manual override in hold mode only. Okay, that's fine. That's what I wanted. So I can actually, like, when it's in hold mode, it's not in hold mode anymore. It's in idle. Now it's in hold. I can override the. Okay, now it's not in hold. I can override the auto throttle if I wanted to when it's in hold mode, which is actually really useful sometimes. Right now it's not that useful. So, coming into Lambourne here now, and then we'll be on our approach into Heathrow on the ILS. Is that 270? I did forget to set the checklist, everything. So we've done all of that. The vehicle is checked. There's nothing there. Landing rate is VREF and minimums. Let's go and set that up. The VREF is 150, and flats 30. Approach briefing is not yet completed because we need to get the minimum set up, which is 278. That's the QNH. 278. Now the QNH should be nice actually, because we're actually going to pass the transition altitude very soon. It says 1001. Like I say, so approach briefing is completed, and approach altimeter is not yet set. We'll actually leave the checklist open so we don't forget it. And transition altitude is at 6,000 feet as well. Let's bring this down to the ILS altitude, which is 2,500. The go-round altitude of whatever you want. That's what ATC says. So, yeah, 2,500 is the ILS altitude. Look at that beautiful approach. Look at all of that stuff. England. This is Orbex, FTX Global, Vector, and OpenLC. Don't actually have Orbex EU England, and it still looks amazing. EU England will like fix problems like this here. You see how it's got like towns and then just go straight to field? EU England would fix all of that problem, and it'd be amazing. But it does cost a lot of money, and it's just for England. It's a bit crazy. Right, it's about to pass 6,000 feet. It's actually quite a slow descent. It's because I deleted the altitude restrictions later. So it's a nice slow descent, because we're altitude quite low anyway. Actually got some nice looking clouds up there. The good thing is it's not raining at Heathrow. It's just cloudy, which is very nice. Okay, right. Now to standard pressure, it's a QNH of 1001. That just makes us 500 feet below the VNAV, that's fine. Yeah, that's really fine, don't worry. So we should be decelerating down to 180. So I'm just going to do that manually override. So the auto throttle can just go idle or whatever, hopefully. Why is it not doing idle? Hopefully it should recognise to not do that. Actually, no, I know what it's doing it. It's just so I can get on the VNAV path. It's perfectly fine then. Maybe not. Maybe when I manually override it, it doesn't like it. So FMC message, apparently you've got some drag required. Yes, we shall get some drag. Because of that stupid mistake the engines did. Slow the aircraft down. We're actually a bit overspeed here. Well, law overspeed, not actual overspeed. And here's London. Got some. Oh, there's the Gherkin over there. Right, as soon as we can go to flaps 1. We need to slow the aircraft down quite fast. Right, our timers are set. $160, 170 for now. Next set of flaps. Let's get the approach armed. Nice misty clouds. Not really. Right, let's get rid of the speed brakes now. The flaps should slow us down. So speed brakes are now armed. I need to wait until the gear comes down until we can do some more flap settings, because flaps 15 is max when the gear is up. We're going to slow this down actually like 160. So if we do need to descend quite fastly, that's not a word. If we need to descend a bit faster, then we can. If I delete that, should help things. Yes, it does. Nice. So now we are now at 160 on the speed, that is, by the way. And you can see that is a nicer turn into the ILS approach, which is perfect. Right, okay, approach. Let's go and change that heading to 270. Cabin are ready for landing, which is lovely. Tonight. Got a bit of lag spike there. Heathrow Airport is just loading in. So FPS actually reduced a bit. That's fine. Battersea Power Station actually is not in operation anymore. Take a look on the right ND. We can see how the aircraft's doing on our approach. Yeah, it's really annoying that time has stopped. I really want to know how fast we did the flight. Actually, got an aircraft that might be landing on 27 left actually as well. There's an aircraft somewhere landing on somewhere. So nice tight turn. Let's go bring gear down. It might be an early config, but hey. Nice. Right, let's get down on that ILS. We're on the localizer, but we're not on the ILS yet, so it's a bit annoying. Look at the aircraft behind us. Might have to do a go around. So, just on the glide slope coming up now. Glide slope should be active soon. There we go. On the glide slope. That's lovely. Can't see the runway. Actually, I can see the runway. Runway 27 right is in sight. There it is. And Terminal 4 is over to the left of Terminal 27 left, which is over there. 25. So the real world flight landed on 27 right. So that's what we're going to have to do, really. Just try and keep it as realistic as possible. Right. Flaps 20. Actually, I'm going to keep it up to the flaps 20 debug speed, which is 169 apparently. So if we reset the speed, it should take it down to 150, which is nice. So whenever we want to go to the reference speed, if I click this speed in, it should be good. So if I click it in now, if I Okay, I can't click it. Okay, that's because the VNav's not active. Right, let's take this down to the reference speed. 150. Actually, 155, because that is the approach speed. So that's what you should do. Let's go see the rest of the flaps. So flaps 30 coming down now. And then we can take off our checklist. Then I'm going to go into manual flight mode and land the aircraft. If I can. This FPS is getting killed because of the air traffic. Right. Landing checklist is completed. Right, autopilot is connected. Gotta keep the auto throttle in. 150 is our landing speed. Let's bring the nose down a bit. So I'm going to bring the trim down a bit as well. So I have to keep the nose coming down as an aircraft on the runway, I believe, actually. Yes. Go back to aircraft. Hello, FPS. Let's bring up the nose now. So gears down, flaps at 30, speed brakes are armed, auto brake's 1. Upon landing, we're going to go to idle reverse as well. Hopefully we can do that, because I don't actually have an idle reverse like setting or hotkey. So I'm just gonna have to guess where roughly idle reverse is. Right, I'm just looking at the glider slope, and I'm not looking at the localizer as well. So let's try and get on the localizer as well. There we go. Bring the nose to the left a bit. Minimums is approaching.
Approaching minimums.
There we go.
Minimums.
Continue. I kind of just nosedive there. That's
One
fine.
light slow.
So I'm going to start moaning about the glider slope now.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Idle throttle. On the ground, nice hard touchdown. Wasn't too hard actually. It was quite smooth, but at least we got on the ground. Idle reverse. So like I said, we're going to try and get off at the Alpha 10 Echo. That's Alpha 9 Echo. And reverse is in, manual braking. We could have gone without any auto brakes or reverses. So here's Alpha 10 Echo, and I'm going to come exit off here. Let's bring the traffic back. Okay, right, and the taxi light on, land the lights off, strobes off, and clear up the aircraft. Flight directors off. Let's slow down the taxi here. And going to taxi down Echo, like I said. Go to the map now. On there we go. Okay, so let's go and get ourselves a gate or parking stand. I'm not sure what gates they use at Qatar. I'm going to guess. Well, not guess, but I'm going to kind of guess actually. So it's in the 400s, which is Terminal 4. 4 stands for 400. So 423, is that a suitable one? No. 410, 411 or 412. I might go 412. Okay. And we're going to go for DNATA, or Donata. Okay, so currently we're taxiing down Echo. Like I said, I'm going to bring a bit more engine power and we might need it. And then we're going to turn left onto Alpha, because we can't cross November. We can't cross 27 left and 09 right via November 6, which is what we're heading at right now. So we're going to taxi at Alpha quite a bit, and then we can make our way and cross the runway at the November 5 Whiskey to the South 5 Whiskey. It's a bit confusing, but hey. we just can't exit the runway, cross the runway at November 6th. So just got to tax down Alpha quite a bit, and then we'll make ourselves to Sierra. Try and keep in centre line. See, I don't actually know the proper flight time, but you guys can work it out by seeing the takeoff departure time. This is all in Zulu, so no times has changed. So you can work out the takeoff time and the landing time. You can actually work out the flight time after that. So here's November 6th, which we can't cross. That's an exit as well. We're not getting there. That's a nice firm landing, which is good. Because sometimes you don't want to go too light, but I could have done a lighter landing because it did have a bit of space left off. So I was looking for APU, and there it is. I forgot to fly the aircraft after like how long? A couple of weeks. I've forgotten how to fly the aircraft. So our gate should be just there. Do I see GSX? I see some GSX. Nice. So here's November 5 Whiskey, and we can cross the runway. There's no aircraft on approach and no aircraft taken off, so let's cross the runway. Yeah, actually, didn't realise our ground speed there. At least it's nice and fast crossing the runway. Let's go to get the strobes on. And then we make our way onto Sierra. Which is this one here. Strobes off. Then we're going to make our way off onto Tango. Tango would literally just get us direct onto the stand, which is lovely. Apparently there's a helipad there. Helicopters can land there. That little concrete area. Quite nice. Well, I think that's what the H stands for on Navigraph. So yeah, you can see the stuff GSX has got laid out for us. We've got a marshaller to help us park the aircraft today. Lights off, don't need them anymore. AP should be running. AP is running, that's good. And like I said, Tango, which is just the taxiway here, takes us straight onto our 412 stand, and try and get a good parking today. So throttle's idle, because don't need to go any, which is actually fine. Not accelerating or decelerating. We'll just use the brakes to decelerate ourselves. So GSX is telling us to come in straight right now. I'm also actually don't need the GSX because I've got the thing. Oh jeez, I might have braked a bit too early there. Got the a safe gate here, which might be a bit better, and my jetway might like it as well. Apparently we're on 0 knots, but we're actually taxiing very slowly. Very slowly. GSX trying like the marshaller like slowly and steadily. Right, let's get some power. Okie dokie, and stop. Right, that took a while. APU is running. For some reason I'm doing a little dance on my camera there. Engines can shut down. Hydraulics off. All the pumps off. Packs off. And let's get deboarding. Jetway's coming up. Right. Engines seem to be powered down quite a bit, so beacon light can come off and seatbelt signs can come off. Let's go to the door page. Now we actually open the baggage doors, that's fine. We can open up the entry 2. And we should get some deboarding now, which is lovely. And it looks like everything's good on the ECAS there. So yeah, there's a successful flight, except TCAS, except the last little bit on the timer there. I don't know what happened. So I just got back from just having a little rest. I just let the autopilot, I just let the aircraft fly itself. I come back, timer is literally just like black. So, don't know what happened. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed our flight today with Qatar from. Okay, that's weird. Let's load in some textures there. With Qatar from Doha to Heathrow. It's a nice long flight. About, well, let's just say the flight time was 6 hours and 35 minutes, because that's what PFPX said. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed our flight today, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be in exactly a week's time. And also, if you are joining the channel, I also stream every Sunday. It actually says on my channel when. So yeah, see you then. Goodbye.